Alright everyone, so I'm going to show you guys all the stuff that's been coming in. But before we get to that, I'm going to also talk about little things that we've been doing here too. I know it's been a little bit hectic, so not a lot of people know this, but holidays came around, so I haven't really been uploading all the stuff that's been coming in. But so far there's been a lot of repairs, and like I said too, the holiday traffic. There's also there's special little orders. People have also asked me. But besides that, there's a lot of stuff that's been coming in, and I want to get to that. Now, before we get to that, I want to also talk about the good things that I like about Pixel is the fact that the customers, all of you guys that have brought me little things, for example, little gifts that I consider big gifts to me. That's why I put them on display. Now, I want to actually tell everybody thank you for the gifts. Also, I wanted to say thank you guys for at least saying happy holidays. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really appreciate that. During the holidays, that meant a lot to me. Now, I want to also introduce you guys to my friend Robert. Now, my friend Robert, he did a review of the store when I first kind of started a long time ago. So this is about 4.5 years ago, almost 5 years ago now. And now Robert recently wanted to get rid of all his collectible stuff. Well, at least the stuff that he was kind of collecting. So he brought me all that stuff. And then during that, we went through a little negotiation of what we wanted to do. So let me get to that. So that way you guys will see there's a lot of pretty cool, interesting stuff. And then I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay? I'll see you guys. How's it going, everyone? It's me, Armando with Pixel Games, and today I got a special guest, my friend Robert over here.
Hey guys, Robert, AKA Tipster here. How you guys doing?
So Robert brought me a lot of stuff that he wants to get rid of, maybe practically his whole collection.
Like I cut my collection in half pretty much.
So let's see what he's got. I really haven't seen anything, so we're all gonna see this together. So Robert, you want to show me what you got?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's some games in here, there's some consoles in here. You just want me to crack open some of these boxes?
Yeah, let's do it so that everybody will see all this stuff.
Alright, so got a bunch of different games for different platforms, consoles, PC, retro, modern, all kinds of stuff, man.
Oh, what is this?
It's like an old Pac-Man for PC, old Street Fighter for PC, Double Dragon.
Check this out.
Yeah.
I've never seen this.
Yeah, I've had that one for quite a while. I think I actually got it here at one of the trade events.
Oh, okay.
I think somebody here was selling it.
And then there's some 5200 cartridges.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are pretty cool. Super Famicom Mini. Original Famicom Mini. That's good stuff right there.
Those are cool. Check this out. Double Dragon 2. This is for PC also?
Yes, PC.
Nice. Okay, so I'm going to start having a little PC collection.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's quite a few classic PC games.
Oh, and then there's some original Famicom cartridges.
Yeah.
So this is what they look like. This is Japanese version of Nintendo NES. This is what they are. That's how small they are. And if you open up a Nintendo NES cartridge, basically the board is exactly similar to this size.
Some of them even have like converters with the Japanese board in them, which is pretty crazy.
So, and then we have some
Jaguar games.
Jaguar games. So, and then what is this, Robert?
These are for the Famicom Disk System.
Oh, that's right. So think of basically
like
a floppy disk.
Nintendo.
Yeah, so that's what it is. So, okay, wow.
That's a game for the Tandy computer. I don't even know where I got that from, but
oh, okay.
Just some random thing I threw in.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Super Famicom cartridge, Super Nintendo.
That's actually a reproduction of the Donkey Kong Country competition pack, but it has a shell similar to it.
Well, basically, here's what everybody should see. This is a Super Nintendo cartridge for Japan, Super Famicom.
Right.
So that's what they are.
Another disk system game there.
Nice. Some more PC games.
Yeah.
And some Xbox games.
Xbox, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360.
Then there's some,
more PC.
I'm pretty sure people our age will probably remember this Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail was dope, man.
Yeah, it is. All right, and then let's see what's in the other boxes.
All right, so I guess we can start with this big one here. We got some consoles in here, some clones, some original consoles.
Oh man, somebody was just asking me about these. So
PlayStation 2 multi-taps.
So we have some multi-taps back in stock.
So we got a Sega Genesis HD clone here, so you can play on HD TV.
Oh, it's a clone? Yeah. That looks like the real deal.
Yeah, it kind of does, right? It's just this random junk that I bought and never did anything with. Chinese Famicom clone. Cool.
Oh, and then there's a
light guns. We got a Sega Master System in here.
Wow. Okay, I always need those. Oh, you got a 5200?
Yeah, there's 5200 in there. And we've got
oh, there it
Shark
is.
Twin Fami.
There it is. So here it is. This is what we were talking about. So this is a Nintendo NES. So people that don't know, so you will put your game there, and then it will have these floppies that are here. These, and then they have the Nintendo engraved. So this is what you would do. You actually put that in there, either one or the other. So then that way you'll start playing. It already had the controller 1 and 2.
Controllers are built right into the system, which is
and then I think they had, like, for example, a little kiosk every, like in certain areas.
Yeah, they have these certain discs that were rewritable, so you can put other games on them and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool of Nintendo to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, what else do we have here?
This is like a bunch of different types of games. We've got like, there's an Xbox One game. We've got some Sega CD stuff, some Genesis stuff, PlayStation. Just a bunch of stuff in here.
Wow. Cool. Yeah. Dude, this is all freaking me out. So.
Yeah. And then there's one more box under here. It's got some more consoles in it, some more games. Bunch of stuff for you to go through, man.
Oh, I see something.
There's a Jaguar.
It's this one, Atari Jaguar with a
coleco Chameleon shell.
Coleco Chameleon shell.
I was at a local.
Not a lot of people know about this, but I have this too.
Oh, the cartridge shell?
I have the cartridge shell, and it's clear.
Yeah, I got this at a local expo. They were actually doing like a giveaway for a bunch of stuff, and there was a bunch of stuff at the end that nobody wanted for the giveaway. So I just kind of asked, what's the guy's name? Mike
Kennedy.
Mike Kennedy.
Yeah.
I just asked him, hey dude, can I have that? And he's like, nobody else wanted it, so go ahead and take it. So I took it, and I put it on my Jaguar.
Wow.
So
well, there it is.
A little bit of, 2 pieces of gaming history there. An Atari Jaguar.
For the people that don't know, right?
Yeah.
There is a long story about that. If you guys look up Coleco Chameleon, you guys look that up. I'll just put that name down there. There's a long story about that. There was some back and forth battles.
Yeah, pretty crazy stuff. I remember I covered it on my YouTube channel.
Now the concept of this thing was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the concept. I like the whole idea. For a long time, I was so hyped up about that.
Yeah, me too.
But then again,
you know, when they did that first Indiegogo and they were asking for like the price of like a PS4 for the thing, I'm like,
and then because they ended up putting a Super Nintendo.
It was a big ordeal.
There was all kinds of stuff going on. I really didn't get much into it, but when I met Mike Kennedy, I told him straight out. I was like, dude, I like that whole idea. I love it. Hopefully I can carry it here at Pixel, but never happened.
It just didn't work, man.
Anyway,
let's not talk
about the fantasies anymore. So let's get back into this. And you have here's a Super Famicom. This is a Super Nintendo, basically.
That's actually the one you retro-provided for me.
Oh, okay. No wonder it's nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because most of them are all yellow.
You got an original Famicom in there?
Original Nintendo Famicom. So, like I said, going back into this, and I mean, I think we got gypped on the end of the deal when we got our Nintendo NES, because check out how they do theirs. Now they have their controllers set up on the sides, right? You put the game on there. You don't have to push it in, slam it down. So yeah, and then you pop that out.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool, man. And just like the Super Nintendo, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Ejects the cartridge.
All right, man. So let's get into this. Let's negotiate something. And once I have all this, I'll put it on the description. I'll put it on the Instagram. I'll put all that. And then me and Robert will just talk about the stuff. We'll negotiate the deal. Then You guys will see it on the Instagram. But yeah, cool. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so let me show you guys. This is actually why I was actually interested too. So you guys saw what I mentioned. Now, this is actually a Atari Jaguar. Now, the cool thing about this Jaguar is that not a lot of people know this, but there was a little bit of a controversy over. There was something called the coleco Chameleon. Now, I don't want to get into full details of a lot of stuff, but I will say this. It was a good concept. It was actually a really good idea. That's too bad that, you know, there was a lot of things that just didn't go well. But so this is the shell that Mike Kennedy actually ended up acquiring. So he bought the whole thing, and I believe he gave this top shell to Robert. Now, I like it, I dig it. So, and Robert ended up putting it. He said that the other one was kind of damaged, so I agree with him on that. And my friend Brian from Jaguar, he gave me this clear shell too, also acquired by Mike Kennedy. Like I said, I don't want to go into details of the whole history about it, but it's got a pretty good, interesting history. Now, the guy that created it, that had the concept of making a retro console, he also was a publisher of the retro video game magazine. Now, it was well, this is a book, but there was also like a larger magazine that you actually get to subscribe, and it had a lot of interesting content from a lot of people that would actually just do the stories and things like that. So that is a Atari Jaguar. If, for example, nobody really knows what Atari Jaguar is, it was actually Atari's last console, last attempt too. So this was during the time when there was a 16-bit revolution, and then they came out with one that was, they called it 64. So if people don't remember, there was also some commercials that said, do the math. And it was basically saying, look at what you guys got compared to a 64-bit console. In reality, it had a lot of potential. It could have done a lot, but there wasn't that many good games on it. And not a lot of third-party support. So that's what made it kind of die down. It's an expensive console right now, but for the collector, it's worth having, not to actually play. I mean, to some people, I'm not gonna go into details about that either. Now, here's a cool thing also that Robert ended up bringing. If people really don't know what this is, I'm pretty sure a lot of people do. Now, this is a Famicom game, family computer, which is a Japanese Nintendo NES. Now, the cool thing about this one is it's made by Sharp and Nintendo. It's got its two attached controllers. Second player controller's got a little speaker where you can kind of blow into it. And like I said, they're attached. Now, so you can play your Famicom games, and it's got these things. So they're like little floppies. And let me show you guys, see if we could. So it says Nintendo on there, and then it says basically it's F1 race, Famicom Grand Prix, and it's got a little picture of Mario on there. So that's what this is. This is like a floppy disk, and they came in these little cool little shells. So Robert had them labeled, I believe. So I don't know what this one is, but it's made by Sunsoft. And there were little kiosk places where you could actually rewrite the game, from what I understand. I don't know much details about that, but these are collectible consoles. This one has a new belt inside, from my understanding. I did fire it up and it does work. And I don't know if I showed you guys, but here's a, for example, this is what I made. I made a, you guys probably remember that. I made the ooze for Ninja Turtles, and then I made a Ninja Turtles console. So there's a whole setup right there if there's a Ninja Turtles fan. And then I do have, out of the stuff that came in, I do have, for example, this right here. So Robert ended up having a lot of Neo Geo, well, I'm sorry, Sega Dreamcast games that were never released. So they're kind of like homebrews. So this is pretty interesting. It's got all the Neo Geo games, at least 50. And there's a Mega Man, Beats of Rage. And then there's, there were some other ones that he brought. Those were immediately gone. So right now I actually show everybody how this looks right here, like for example how it looks on the little Sony PVMs, which looks super sharp, and it's just only running on audio and video cables. You don't really need no HD, no nothing. These monitors are actually amazing. So if you're a gamer, get one of these monitors. Now let me take you guys over here. So there was also some other stuff that Robert did end up bringing. So he brought a few, for example, like there's a Cheetah Man, there's a like Nintendo World Championship cartridges right there, and then there's also the for example like their mini consoles, and those are brand new. And then let me show you guys this too. So he brought this. He brought, you know, little, like I said, homebrew games. So this one's actually Mother, which is Earthbound, but on the Game Boy Advance. And here's the cartridge. So it's a blue little see-through cartridge. It's like a nice little reproduction of the game, translated, fully translated. And when Robert was sending me the messages, he was telling me all the stuff he had, and I was kind of excited. What I was mostly excited was for this little thing right here that Hyperkin no longer makes. Now, this is a Nintendo NES player. The cool thing about this one is that it's portable. So let's just say, for example, if you go out to Swami and you're out there shopping for games, trying to collect, it was actually pretty cool to have one of these because you can just test the game there instantly. And it has, for example, like little infrared. So that way you could actually use wireless controllers, and it has a wireless gun, and it used AV. So think of also too like the Superboy, how they have it right now, which is the Superboy, which is a Super NES version of this one. Now, like I said, Hyperkin no longer makes this one. I wish they'd bring it back because this was actually pretty handy. At least an updated version would actually be pretty cool. So, getting to all that, I want to thank Robert for bringing all the stuff. And how I always do it, I always find all the stuff a pretty good home. And then pretty soon, I will also too show how the stuff works too. Like I said, it's been kind of hectic because of the holidays, but like I said, thank you, Robert, for bringing all the stuff. And also too, make sure you guys follow on the Instagram. That way you guys will see all the stuff that comes in. And if you guys see, once I post everything, you guys know I could actually put stuff aside for you. I could ship it out, but only in the US. So keep that in mind, only in the US. And I do, you know, make deals, bundle deals with everybody. So yeah. So like I said, thank you guys for watching, and make sure you leave that like and a subscribe so I keep doing this. And please let me know what you guys want to see next time on the comments below. I will read those. So thank you guys. Till next time, guys. See you guys soon.